If you're an entrepreneur and you're looking for opportunities to start a new business, or you have a business and you're looking to scale up and you've sort of lost direction on what you can do to, just secure that online business and make money in 2021, I'll be right back. Got some tips for you on how to start your online business. Don't go anywhere. It's gonna go by really fast, so don't blink. Woohoo! Booyah! Welcome back. My name is Jessica. I'm a broadcaster, fitness enthusiast, biker girl, and yes, I'm a voice actor as well. I live in Accra, Ghana, proud African YouTuber. Thank you to all of you who are subscribing to my YouTube channel because this channel is amazing. All right, let's jump right into it. So step number 1 to setting up an online business in 2021, you need to discover your niche. Discover your niche, okay? What does that mean? You need to identify that one thing that nobody else is doing that you can do and sort of like win in the space that you're in. Okay, so for instance, if you are thinking of selling handbags, do you have like a specific type of handbag? Is it like a handbag you take to the beach? Is it a handbag you take to the swimming pool? Are you looking at a handbag that corporates use, for instance? I mean, what is your niche going to be? And this is something that you absolutely need to think about critically before you start your online business. Else what you're going to do is you're going to sort of drown out in the crowd of businesses. And trust me, there are lots of businesses out there that could easily kill your brand if you don't think through this properly. And boy, oh boy, you do not want that to happen. So think about your niche. What are you going to be selling? And indeed, your unique selling proposition. What is that thing that makes your product or service unique? What is it? Number 2, you want to evaluate market viability, okay? By that, I simply mean you need to look into your market and see how profitable this business will be, okay? You shouldn't just jump into it because other people going into the same business. And this is something that typically happens in Ghana. I can't speak for Africa, but happens in Ghana a lot, where one person will realize that a specific type of business seems to be booming. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, and then suddenly there's a proliferation of these businesses in every corner. And it's like people aren't thinking. It's just like copy and paste. And so what you want to do is dig deeper into your product viability. And you really need to think about this, what kind of things can actually make or break your product. Now, another thing that a lot of people don't do is conduct market research. Now, guys, this is straight to the point, and I think it's self-explanatory. So lots of us go into a market without actually looking at what's out there already. What are people selling? Why are they selling specifically what they're selling and not the other? You want to see what your competition looks like. All right, so do some market research. For instance, how many people are in the same market that you want to enter? Is it something that you can actually compete with the market leader, or is it something that, you're just going to be an also run? Okay, so as much as possible, research the market that you're getting into, get to know who is there, why they sell what they do, who they're marketing their products to, and see if it's something that you would be able to compete. Think through it clearly. Now, what you also want to do is to analyze your target market. Now, why am I saying this? All right, now it's important you get to know who they are. What keeps them up at night? What kind of problems do they have that you can solve or your business is going to solve? Why do they purchase certain items and not others? What is their age demographic? I mean, just look at your audience, who you're going to be marketing to, and see how best you can create a solution out of the problems that they face daily. So you're looking at an online business, for instance. What is the biggest challenge in Ghana? For instance, are you going to say, okay, let me look at creating some kind of an online delivery company, for instance, where with a click of a button, you're able to call into, say, a call center, for instance, and immediately you get a dispatch coming to you to deliver your item or to pick up an item and drop it off. So you need to think through this a little bit more and be sure that what you're going to go into will, in the long run, pay off. So now you've done all your market research, you know you have the right product, etc., etc., etc. Now you need to source your product. Source your product. Where are you going to buy or get your product created? Is it a service? If it's a service, then it's pretty straightforward. Perhaps you can train people to deliver that service. If it's a product you're actually offering, you might want to think about it. Are you going to start importing from China? Are you going to import from Belgium? Are you going to import from the USA? I mean, think about where you're going to source your product and make sure that it's a place that will actually give you value for money so that you don't end up losing in the long run. Now, another thing you want to do is to make sure that you're selecting the right e-commerce platform. Now, this is assuming that whatever online business you're setting up does not have its own e-commerce platform merged or integrated into the way you do things. So you want to look at ways that you are going to be able to sell your products. Okay, which online stores should you use? How good is their delivery service? And questions along those lines. So just make sure that you're selecting the right e-commerce platform that can actually help your business grow, because they have their own values, they have their own vision, and perhaps, would just want to watch your business grow along with theirs. And there's so many people who are offering services these days that don't actually match up to what they write or deliver online. So the next thing you want to do after all this is sorted out is to simply go ahead and launch your product. Launch it. Go ahead. Now you need to think about the platforms that you want to use, okay? So say your product is, as we're saying, online, and you want to find a way to get people to come onto your website to make purchases. What kind of cross-media promotion are you going to do to be able to drive in traffic? Because at the end of the day, if this is a new business, chances are no one is on your website anyway. So what kind of media are you going to employ to help promote your business? Are you going to do radio? Are you going to do TV? Are you going to do newspapers? Are you going to do social media where you can do sponsored ads on Facebook, IG, Twitter, you name it, okay? Now, it's very important that you put together a promotional plan such that your products don't just come sit online, or your services just don't literally sit online on that beautiful website or platform that you've created in an attempt to make money or build an online business. So you need to think through carefully about your promotional strategy. I hope you're writing this down, okay? So now that you've got your promotional strategy on lock, it's time to, yes, implement your promotional strategy, and hey, let us know how it goes. Now, after a couple of months, you want to come back and final tip on launching an online business is come back and re-evaluate. What is working? What's the feedback that you've received from your customers, and how can you improve the product or service? Now, it's very, very important that you merge and take all these things into consideration when you're launching your online business, because guess what? In the era in which we're in, feedback is going to come instantly, it's going to come hard, and it's going to come fast. And you need to be ready to receive it, because not all the feedback is going to be great. So it's kind of like when I started YouTube. You should see my first video that I did and my last. And if you look at it today, it's a vast difference between then and now. Obviously, because I take a lot of feedback from you, amazing people who watch me from all over the globe. Thank you very much for your time today. I hope that you've spent your time profitably, and henceforth, you're going to go out there and crush it. Powerful steps to creating an online business in 2021. I guess the po-po are looking for me. See you later, alligator.